Nitecore have sent in their new TINI 3 LED torch for review, so we're going to take a quick look at this today. I don't have the retail packaging with this, but you should get a USB-C charging cable with it, and I've also put some of the specifications on screen for you. Very similar to the previous model, there are some improvements internally. Evidently there is a thicker copper plate on the bottom for heat dissipation. It's still nicely made with the anodized aluminium finish. They've also increased the power output in turbo a bit, and the battery capacity has gone up slightly. On the other side you can see we have the Type-C charging port. Also like the fact that the cover isn't too fiddly to remove. Sometimes they can be on some of these models. Biggest improvement is the multiple colour temperature now with the LEDs. Nitecore are using their own UHE versions, and they've also put an optical lens with this kind of honeycomb pattern on the front, which spreads the light out a bit more. Here's the OLED display. It's quite clear. It does give you an approximate runtime and the power output. You also get some battery information. I'll just cover the UI quickly. Single press for on and off, and it does have a memory for the last setting. Then just press the top mode button to cycle the power levels. Push and hold the power button to get that shortcut to the lowest output. Top button is for the turbo, so push and hold that. Switching the 3 colour temperatures, push and hold both buttons when it's on. You'll see the display changing to show you which one you've got. It's quite a big difference between the colour temperature, so it's quite obvious. For the lockout, when it's on, push and hold the power button, and you've got 2 choices, a half and a full. Don't have too many issues with accidental activation on this, but it's nice to have that. I do like the fact you can pick the starting power, so just press that top button twice. Pick the output that you want, and when you turn it on, it goes directly to that. Very happy with the user interface overall, really nothing to complain about at all with this. Just under an hour and a half to charge this from flat, and both C2C and A2C are supported. Just give you a comparison with the TIKI, very popular model from Nitecore. And I'll start with the TIKI just to give you an idea on the beam output. 300 lumens, plenty of power really for such a small keychain light. Also put the Phoenix E16 in there, which is a more powerful output and very warm, low Kelvin temperature. We get 600 lumens on the Nitecore, which is plenty really for the turbo. You'll notice the beam is very spread out. I think that's due to those sort of honeycomb lenses on the front, which is probably what you want for an EDC type model. The level below that is 200 lumens. I think that's plenty enough really for general purpose use. But I just wanted to see how long it lasted in the turbo mode, and it seems to be somewhat improved. It will go for around about a minute or so, and then you'll see it drop down. It does of course vary depending on the temperature. Have a look through a few more of the beam shots, and I'll just give you some of my thoughts in my conclusion. I think this is a pretty solid update from Nitecore. I can see many people being quite happy with this, particularly if you're someone who sometimes likes to use a cool light, and other times you might prefer to use a warmer one. You have a choice of 3 here. There are some other small improvements, such as the slightly higher output in turbo. Battery capacity is a bit bigger. And I'd be interested if you've got any thoughts on this. Do drop a comment down below and let me know what you think of the TINI 3.